What do you think drives people to video games? Yes, they're not for everyone, and yes, there are people that can't play them. But for the people that can and do, why? Is it the rush of just barely making it through a level? Is it the rich, powerful stories we're experiencing? What about the challenge? The feeling of having a whole new world with a whole new set of rules at your fingertips? Is it escapism? Escaping your job or school, your friends and family drama? Escaping a world that might not understand you the way a fictional one does? But what about escaping the very lens you're seeing the game through? Is that possible? Would you and should I want that? Percentages and statistics. Love them or hate them, they help us to put things in perspective. They help us better understand adverse effects of things, inequalities and suffering. But they also help us quantify experiences. The differences between people can lead to vastly different perspectives or ways of being and seeing. I have one of those differences. If you've been with the channel for long enough, you'll have seen my video on my visual disability, achromatopsia. To give you a brief rundown, it's a congenital defect of the cone cells in the retina, rendering them useless. Cone cells are responsible for the perception of color, light filtering, and higher detailed vision. As a result, my eyes do none of these things. I see absolutely no color, my pupils do not filter light, and my vision is extremely poor overall. And from what I could gather, based on how common achromatopsia is and how many people there are in the world, the percentage of people that have this same condition is about 0.003%. That tells me that 99.997% of people don't experience the world the way I do, and don't experience video games the same way either. Though, from a young age, this did not stop me from playing video games. From the original LEGO Star Wars on the PS2 to God of War Ragnarok on the PS5, I've tried my best to enjoy games however I could. And don't get me wrong, I'm very lucky to have good enough vision to enjoy these games. I've known plenty of other people that can't play games as comfortably as I can, whether they would need to get closer to their screen than their noses would allow, or they simply wouldn't be able to take in enough of the screen quickly enough to play effectively. Though this hasn't stopped many people with arguably worse vision from playing more difficult games than I do, and better than I ever could. Like Adam, otherwise known as Loop, who plays CSGO and is an absolute boss. It's insane. Check out this video about him and what he does. Show him some love. One of my favorite games growing up was The Sims 3, though in all the time that I played it, I never actually played it. My brother was the one at the keyboard and I just watched. It was something him and I bonded over and is still one of my fondest memories of my childhood. Looking back, could I have played it if I weren't so impatient and young? Maybe. It's not that much of a struggle to play now, visually, but I still credit my vision for my inability to play it at the time and for generating so many nice memories between my brother and myself. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was another game that my brother played and I just watched. Mostly because I was only 8 at the time, so I wasn't allowed to play it. Little did my parents know that I was being traumatized anyway. Fuck you, Shepard.
5 years ago, I lost 30,000 men in the blink of an eye, and the world just fucking watched.
You said fuck in front of an 8-year-old. Dick. My colorblindness has a tendency to get in my way in subtle and unexpected ways. Like way back in the day, the WWE game's UI had a red and black color scheme. So I could not for the life of me figure out what option I had selected, since the red was often indistinguishable from the black, and vice versa. This also got in the way of me making custom characters in these games, which is something I've always loved. Going back to my brother, who, I've realized was a pretty strong driving force for me in what I watched and played when I was younger, I have a distinct memory of him going out of his way to get me Soul Calibur 3 for my birthday one year. Specifically because it had a character creator, and I loved that at the time. I still do, to be honest with you. My love of creativity has always shined through a lot in the things that I enjoy and the things I care about. And I think there's something special about sitting down at your console and PC and letting yourself loose on a video game world. Whether that means freeing a nondescript island nation from a tyrannical dictatorship in Far Cry, building your perfect island home in Animal Crossing, or burning a city to the ground in Just Cause. Video games mean something to a lot of people in a lot of different ways, and I'm honored and grateful that I've been able to share that experience in one way or another throughout the years. Not to mention seeing the implementation of significantly improved accessibility options in games. Having just the smallest opportunity to not add to my future back problems is a great feeling for me. Maybe one day VR will become so powerful that it could circumvent our eyes or our other sensory organs. Sounds a lot like Elon's new brain chip bullshit. As long as Twitter doesn't come preloaded, I'll be fine. Even though I'm a small part of the 0.003% of people that experience video games the way I do, I hope that one day nobody will answer the question, "Do you play video games?" with the answer, "No, because I can't." Hopefully one day people will only be bad at games because of a skill issue, not a disability issue. Thanks for watching.